Hey everybody, it's Mars, and this is going to be the last installment to my relationships conversation that I've been having with myself. This one is the fun one. This one is the cheater. Okay, so dating the cheater, whether it be a he or she. I dated a guy that they always know how to say just the right things. Like, they may not be the best looking person in the world, but they have this charm and charisma about them. And that's how they can get away with so much, because of the words that they use. And okay, so I dated a massive cheater. Oh my God. Like, to the point, like, do me a favor and go look up John Legend, the song Number One. And it's about talking about a guy that sang to a girl, "You're my number one, but like, I'm gonna go screw with other people, but I always come back to you." He dedicated this song to me, that fucking son of a bitch. And I'm sorry. I just had to let that out. Yeah, and if you're watching this, yeah. But I'm still friends with him because I got back at him. So, this person, I remember, I didn't even like this person when we first met. Like, I went out to a bar and they're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm having a party. Do you want to come over? You're so pretty, blah, 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 blah." And I was just like, "Who are you? What are you? Go away." And then saw him again. He was like, "Hey, how come you didn't go to my party? I was looking for you and you weren't there, and I really missed you and I wanted to see you, but you weren't there. So when are we gonna hang out?" And I was like, you actually remembered who I was? Like, I thought you were just trying to get into my pants. And then I would see him again. "When are we gonna go out? Blah, 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 blah." So I finally decided to go have coffee with this guy. And this guy was so persistent and kept at it and kept at it and kept at it until I gave in. He had a girlfriend the whole time and I didn't even know about this. So then we start dating. And this guy is so smooth that he juggles relationships. Like, I even lived with him at a point and he was seeing somebody else at the same time. Like, how can somebody live? How can you have like a double life? Like, how is that possible? Like, how smooth can one person be to do that? I don't know. Anyways, I can go on and on about this one. So, the ones that, the cheater, the addict, and the abuser are the ones that I can like talk forever. Anyways, I ended up dating this guy. And then he introduces me to most of my friends that I know now. And that, like, I'm grateful because I love my current friends. They are amazing. And I have so much fun with them. But I remember going to a party and I was feeling sick. I wasn't sober. And I was freaking out and I went to the bathroom. And then some girl came up to me and was just like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, are you feeling okay?" And she would like run her fingers through my hair. And she knew who I was. I didn't know who she was, but she knew who I was. "Are you feeling okay? And what's wrong, sweetie?" And I threw up. And she was comforting me, and she was the girl that was sleeping with my boyfriend. And what was horrible is, like, we would be in this club and I would be on one side of the club and she would be on the other, and he would like come and dance with me and like kiss me and then do the exact same thing on the other side of the club. Like, seriously. Ugh. And then I had these girls that I used to hang out with, which I don't anymore, obviously, that slept with him. He slept with several of my friends. And then I was just like, ugh, like, I was so disgusted that I left him. And then the signs, like, when they start accusing you, the people that are always doing it accuse the other. They're like, well, if I'm cheating, then she's got to be cheating. So he would always accuse me of stuff, but it just, I was in complete awe of how much this guy could do. Like, I don't know, I'm just so dumbfounded. And it's like the words that they tell you, they're such a smooth operator on what they tell you that you're like, oh, well, they cheated. And I'm like, oh, baby, it's just that I needed to have sex and you didn't want to have sex and I needed an outlet to plug into. And just the way that they say it and things, you are okay with it. And then you're like, okay, I'll give you a second chance. So it's like, first, shame on you, second, shame on me. But I don't know, like, for some reason people will always give people that second chance, which I don't anymore. But yeah, and then I ended up dating the exact same guy again, but I got back at him. And then the funny thing is that, see, I live in Texas. He used to live in Houston. He moved to Houston, and then he would fly me to go see him because he got a hold of me online. And he was seeing me and another girl at the same time. But because he was from a different area, I could see that that was possible because I was kind of doing the same thing. But we weren't exclusively dating. And then he like moved down here and I had a key to his place and I was there and it was like his birthday and I had like packed up all this stuff so that we could go camping to Garner State Park because I love camping. And we were gonna go watch, I had just finished cooking dinner and we were going outside. We were gonna go, after we ate, to go watch a movie. And we were going downstairs and then I see his ex-girlfriend, or so I thought ex-girlfriend, walk up and she's like, oh, here, you left this shirt at my house. And I immediately just like kept walking. But this time instead of my car, to his car, I walked to my car. And then she's just like, oh, hi, I'm such and such. And I'm like, oh, hi. Like, and I am the type of person, based on my past, I hate confrontation. So if somebody is screaming at me and yelling at me and calling me names, I will sit there and smile and laugh. Because it makes me think like, how bad do you have to have it to say things to make yourself feel better, to belittle me? So I don't like confrontation. So this girl, she was like, he was at my house and blah, 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 blah. And I guess she was expecting me to get catty, but I was just like, oh, really? And then she like busts out her cell phone and starts playing her voicemail of him like leaving her voicemail saying, oh baby, I love you and we just need to work things out. And like he was talking about me because like she knew that we were seeing each other. I don't know what this guy had the power of, like I said, and it's not even looks, like, trust me. It's just a certain way with words. But I just said, oh, well, thank you so much, ma'am. But I really said her name. I was like, it was wonderful meeting you. Thank you for letting me know. And I got in my car. And he's like, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, hey, don't worry about it. It's okay. We never said that we were, like, serious. And he's like, no, but I love you, blah, 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 blah. And then I was just like, it's okay. It was fun while it lasted, but have a great day. And then he turned it around and was like, you're not going to get mad? So you don't love me? Because if you love me, then you'd be mad right now. And he used to get so pissed because I wouldn't get mad about situations. But, and like he would go through my cell phone trying to look to see if I was cheating because he was cheating. And I was taking a shower once and I could hear right when I got out of the shower my phone, like the buttons being pressed, and it was like a flip phone. They didn't have touch screens back then, or they did, but they were like Palm Trios. And I could hear my phone. And I was like, oh, I already know what's gonna happen the minute I open this door. So then, open the door, and he's sitting there watching TV. And he's like, so you got anything to tell me? And I was just like, what's up? And I'm like getting dressed and stuff. And, well, are you sure you have nothing to tell me? And I had just been talking to a friend, sending a text message about how he had come over for the weekend, and I was just like so fucking tired of his shit. Sorry. Cause he would start a fight and then try to turn it around, and because I wouldn't get mad. So I was just like, I sent a text message to a friend saying like, oh, this guy's being such a pussy. Like, I said something like that. He's like, you got anything to tell me? And I was just like, what? And then he's just like, well, I went through your phone and I saw this and you're not having phone me. And then I said, what the F were you doing going through my phone? Get the F out of my house. And then I made him apologize to me. But that's what I meant, like the second time around that I wore the pants, and I was just like, you know what? Get the F out. Get the F out. Like, and it was fun getting payback, but I don't think it would be as thrilling to do it to someone else. And being cheated, like, I've been cheated on with almost everyone. There was one guy that was just that one person that you keep in your heart, and I let them go. But the cheater, there's so many signs when they accuse you, when your friends tell you things. Don't get offended. Don't think that they're trying to crush your relationship. Look at both options. And then sometimes be careful, because either your family members will try to sleep with your boyfriend, or your friends will try to sleep with your boyfriend. And remember, it takes two to tango. Don't blame it on the family member or friend. Blame it on both. But that's my 2 cents about the cheater. So I'm just gonna do the last video, which is just kind of a wrap up, and hopefully you've enjoyed these little videos of my past. So thanks for watching.